I would say that they really should look around in terms of what course interests them, particularly look at the content. I think it's easy for students to kind of just see a name or a title of a degree, but not look at what the degree kind of entails from year to year. Particularly if you're someone who doesn't like exams, some courses might be more exam focused, whereas you might prefer a course that is just kind of coursework and dissertations. So you should really kind of be strategic in your planning and plan obviously long in advance.
So I came from a fairly small secondary school in South Gloucestershire. When I was at school, university wasn't really a thing. I didn't know anyone who'd gone to uni apart from a handful of people in the year above, and they all kind of stayed quite local. Of my year 11 group, I think less than 10 of us actually ended up going on to university at all. And when I was looking, I was fairly limited because I did French and Spanish, but I did Spanish from scratch. And it meant that some universities wouldn't take me without Spanish A-level. And then I had one teacher sort of turn around to me and say, "Oh, have you looked at Oxford or Cambridge?" And I more or less laughed in his face because so few people went to university at all. But it kind of prompted me to have a look, and long story short, ended up applying, getting in. And yeah, without that, I don't think I'd be sat here at all, and ended up going on to do the various different things that I have.
Incredible. The best 3 years of my life, simply because I was pushed out of my comfort zone so much. Like, I grew up in London and I had gone to schools that weren't very diverse, and I went to York and it was completely different. And all my friends were like, "Why do you want to grow up north? Like, no one's there. Nobody that looks like you's there." But I wanted to push myself, and I loved it. University was the best thing I ever did. For the friends that I made, the course that I studied, the people that I met, the opportunities that I was given. I got to go to China for 3 months and intern there. I got to do incredible internships in other organisations and build my dreams and passions and really do sports. Like, it was the best thing I've ever done in my life, but I think it was because I took the decision to go to university so seriously, and I researched and researched and researched and spoke to people before deciding to go to York.
Start early, so obviously if you've chosen your A-levels, then that's fine, but definitely start approaching employers and join, for example, social networks in terms of LinkedIn. Find people who are maybe early in their careers, students who are at uni as well, and just see what options are out there. A lot of employers nowadays are offering insight programs earlier on, so there's always opportunities out there for work experience, even if it's shadowing or volunteering. So my advice would be just to sort of get involved and use your networks. And if you haven't got a network, then try to make one.
Are you ambitious but unsure what opportunities are out there for you? Inside the Aspire Guide, you'll find information about universities, school leaver programs, apprenticeships, advice for dealing with exam stress, the student loan system, and many inspirational stories and tips for success from students just like you. Find out more on aspire.opreach.org.uk.